Now, let's talk about Wi-Fi. Okay. So this computer quit working again. I did a couple more steps and I was able to fix it. I understand. Something keeps trying to load, you know, in the device manager. And we remove that. Um, Run Intel repair it. Um, a couple more steps that way. Uncheck this, run the imager, make sure everything's working there, scan this, you know, and you have the WinSocket tools again, you know, do it. You just have to keep watching it. Something happens where it gets corrupted and get it. It's a constant battle. I have another computer, and I looked at the second computer, which is really running the NAS. So it's basically you can turn Windows Pro into Windows Server without doing anything that's changing the setup. So that was running on an older version of the driver, and we updated it to the new driver, and it seems to be working perfectly. No problem there, and that's it. I'm gonna say, uh, the Wi-Fi system with the T-Mobile and the fiber, and how do I have all this hooked up? Is simple. T-Mobile is handling Wi-Fi 5, 80 hertz. The 2.4s, they're at 20 hertz. Anything left over from legacy 802.11 AX, not AX, AC, that's Wi-Fi 5. Those are operating at 40 hertz. You see what I did? So 20, 40, 80, and 160 goes to fiber. AT&T fiber, 160 hertz. So that is how these are working, and they work okay. You don't want to run them all the same frequency. Then you're gonna collision. And trying to still get my hands on the next generation from T-Mobile and play around with that. You know, because that's it. So we have one mesh access point, mesh, you know, and two business access points, and that's how we're running here. So let that stuff get off of the T-Mobile and let those access points manage the lighting and everything else that is there. We had an incident. We got one of those trees for Christmas. It overloaded this. It was running at like 30. What's that? 30 volt. Yeah, 30. Either 30 amp, but it was weird and running weird. And it's not even UL tested, so it blew out the most of the house out again. I have to go replace that. Pain in the neck. And I have to run. I'm like Scotty in Star Trek. I'm trying to patch things up. I'm running all these cables, these thick cables around this to get the place working. It's tough. What I do is I analyze the problem in my head and I try to come up with a solution, and that's the solution. You know. That's about it. There's nothing else. I can't think of anything to cover. Hello. Cats are fighting. I don't want. But that's a noise if you heard it. Okay. But check out the other videos. We have a new NDF filter introduced. We're talking about the new algorithm OS, and this one is about PC. Okay. Here, since we're talking about PC and that, how much RAM do you need? Before it was 8 gig, 4 gig, 4 gig is not enough. But on this one, this is an older Chrome. This is 4 gig of RAM. Works perfect. You couldn't tell because it's working on Linux. Plus, it's not using a lot of hardware. And somehow the Wi-Fi in that is faster than anything else in the house. But it's already 802 AX 160 hertz out of the box. Yeah. So how much RAM do you need? Oh, sorry. And I gotta get some sleep. How much RAM do you think you need? And if you had 16 gig of RAM, how much do you think you get that free on the Windows? You got 12 free. 4 is like 2. 8 is like around 6 free. 24 is about 20 free, or it could be 17. It depends. Um, that's 24. 32, you're looking at about 27 free. It depends what you're doing. Okay? If you're running apps that require a lot of memory, then you go for it. But then we're still in 32-bit, 64-bit. We're not out of that yet. A lot of apps are still 32 bits because it's easier for them to make the code than to do 64-bit. It's more work for them to write code for. So that's why you don't see that much devices using that code. See what I mean? What else am I telling? So how much RAM do you need? 32 gig? Yeah. That's all you really need. 32 gig. The computer boots faster. More RAM means faster boot, faster transfers. You have more buffering. You can open up more things on your screen because I have to stop and look at it like that. If you have more RAM, you can do more things. All right. I said the next computer would be like either 64 or 128. But the processor has not changed. They might be able to get more speed out of these processors, but that's it. We should be at 128-bit to 256-bit or even 1,000-bit by now. And nobody's interested in the computer, right? It's the same thing. My computer is fast. Your i5 is going to be faster than in the i7, but they want that TPM thing in there. And if you don't have it, yeah, you're kind of screwed. So you need to have that. So again, how much RAM? And remember, for every RAM that you have a virtual RAM, which is either a mechanical hard drive or an SSD. So when it's an SSD, it's going to be a little faster. So you really don't going to notice much configuration. But they have to have the swap file because you can use up all the RAM and the system needs something to fall back on. So, and you say, well, I'll turn it off. No, you can't because you're not going to have enough of the system to fall back on. That's plain and simple how that works. Anyway, I gotta get going. This should go up today. I'm a little behind on some videos. I need to hit the sack. Take a sleep. I'm tired, but I'll be back. Turning off these lights are a nightmare. It's like a pattern. Okay, if that's off, and I hit that off, Okay, let's see if I get it now. There we go. Okay. Oh, you can't see me. All right, let me turn it back on. Different remotes for different things. It's crazy, but that's the way it is. Yeah. Gotta get stuff off. Got this on all day. I'll take it off later. All right, hey, take care. Like what you see. Come back. Thumbs up. Tell your friends. Okay. I do appreciate it. This one's short. There's not really much to go over. I mean, no. I can't think of anything on the top of my head. But you got everything you need. Okay? If you're going to buy a PC, minimum 32 gig. Okay? It shouldn't cost that much. Don't get 16. It's not enough. This phone here is using 16. I said it's 16. It was set to 12. I can go up as high as I think 32. Well, why should I? Makes no sense. Okay. Take care. Like the video, thumbs up, comment, and share. Thank you very much. We're out of here. Bye.